go ahead.
All right. So this is the app. You create a new list like this, add an item. If you, for example, leave out some of the information, you'll get a toast that tells you that you need to add it. If you add all the information, then you'll get this, which tells you that it's been added successfully. The filter is here, works with upper or lowercase letters. You can mark things completed. You can delete them, which shows a modal. And if you confirm, then there it is, it's gone. We've got light and dark mode here, which switches back and forth. And what else is there? Yes, the responsive design. So then if you do this and you, let me just switch lists. That's something else we can do here, which will clear the token, and then you can go back here to choose a different list. So if we go to an existing list, some items on it, just to show the responsive design a bit better. Then there, if you resize it, it'll go down to about 300 pixels, then the design breaks, but not many people use a resolution like smaller than 300, so I think that's probably fine. And that's it, I think.
Wow. Good job, everyone.
Nice. It looks really good. Yeah.
I looked at the app just before the meeting started, and I was already pretty impressed by the fact that you have designed, like you have improved the style from last time. And I don't know, I looked at that share token thing, and I clicked on it and it copied to the clipboard, and it felt so good. Yeah. And yeah, good job on the model, Laura. I saw your message just before the meeting. Okay, I have some things to say. Yeah, so quick observation I just made. When you clicked on the switch list button, did it reload the whole application?
So there's a bit of a thing. Shah can probably talk about it more since he did the switch list, but that was kind of a hack. We didn't really get that working the way it was supposed to.
I see. Yeah, no problem. It happens. I once did something like that with React Router. So it's like, I don't know, adding some on click to it and then temporarily pausing the actual outcome and doing that thing in the background and then moving to the other route, something like that. What that means is currently that route is not supposed to work if a token has already been set, right? And that is why this hack is needed. Am I getting it?
Basically, I believe so. What happened is it should have been done with use navigate, but we used window location, I believe, instead.
I see.
And the reason for that was that when Shah implemented it with use navigate, it was going to the home page and then redirecting to the list page. It wasn't staying on the home page. The reason for that, which I found out this morning, is that he was clearing the local storage token directly, like remove local storage.remove. And what that does is it doesn't update the state of the token. So because the state of the token wasn't updated, when you went to the home page, it thought the token was still there, and then it was sending you to the list page. All of that we only figured out this morning, though. So we got stuck with the previous implementation.
Okay. And I noticed that in the chat you mentioned, like in the thread you mentioned this today itself, 2 hours ago, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe we can create an issue on that then, and like maybe we can work on it.
Yeah, it would be nice just to polish off that last little thing.
Yeah. Yeah. I also remember, you know, someday in my past I was working on that kind of a feature, and we actually moved forward that token clearing thing. So I'll try to explain. We created a redirect, we created a React router link, and the route was, instead of /home, it was /home ? Some value equal to some value. And in the home page, we defined some logic such that if that query parameter is set, then first thing, remove that query parameter from the URL so that the user does not get it, and then do the token removal logic. That's like a really nice way to keep things separated. But yeah, anyway, whatever suits you, and I think you already have it figured out. You just need to use that set list token method instead of local storage directly.
Yeah.
So yeah, feel free to create an issue after the call.
All right.
And one more thing I observed was, can you share your screen again, Laura?
Sure. Right.
Okay, can you try adding a new item and
Right.
yeah, and select kind of no, select not so soon. Yes, that's the name of the item. Can you give it a more unique name so that
Yes, sorry. Yeah.
yeah, check the list. Just want to be sure.
Should be somewhere in here. There, right there.
Notice the category, the urgency.
Says kind of soon.
Yeah, did you select kind of soon?
I did.
Oh, okay, then add another one with not so soon.
Not soon doesn't exist.
Oh, it does not?
I don't think so. Oh wait, yes, you're right. Not so soon. Oh, you're right. That one was not so soon.
Yeah, I think so. Give it some
Yeah.
Yeah.
There.
Try it. Want to see?
Okay, let's take a look there. Yeah, you're right. It's in kind of soon.
So that's a bug that we need to fix. Maybe we
Yeah.
can create an issue on that as well. So two issues.
Yeah.
One for the switch list page and the other one for this bug. That's all I have for right now.
All right. So I'm going to stop then.
Yes. Raj, do you have any feedback?
Yeah, so like it was great work. Yesterday I gone through like 4 of the PRs and they were good. So I have like little bit of what I would say proposal or discussion that we should do for the next TCL batch and the changes we should incorporate in the shopping app. So for example, we should stick to using React environment things. So like using context API or maybe something like that, or maybe Jot AI instead of using local storage.
The thing is, sorry, just about that one, I wanted to ask a question about that because as far as I understand, context API and local storage don't do the same thing.
Yes, yes.
So if you used context API instead of local storage, you wouldn't get the storing of the token over a long period of time.
No, you can get it. What I mean by that was not, using features or what we call React side effect, not going into that particular kind of path until unless it is required very much, and using TypeScript and getting rid of all of JSX and TSX. It's the mandatory need for now if we are looking to build app, get experience, and looking to land a job with showcasing this in our portfolio, and also incorporating some kind of client side and server side validation, and then.
So,
and
okay,
yeah,
I have a question
also,
about that one too. Sorry, I have a question about the client side and server side validation. I thought the client side validation is what we already did. And the server side validation is not really possible with Firebase, right?
no, it is possible.
Oh, all right. I didn't know that.
So like there are like multiple ways and it depends how we want to do it. So yeah, so we can discuss on that, and then we have something. Yeah, also using the latest convention for React, like describing functional component and all that, the way it's been mentioned in the official doc. So again, taking consideration why we are looking to do the TCL.
Yeah, I just want to say, like, I haven't been around for the whole evolution of the project, but the app looks nice. It does all the things it's supposed to do. I'm impressed that you have a dark mode. Like, I mean, like, to me, that's like something that takes a lot of kind of a lot of attention to kind of get that to work well. And yeah, I haven't really seen the code either, so I can't really comment on that too much. But it sounds like for the most part, it does all the things. Like, actually, this bug with the selecting not soon and then it comes up as kind of soon, that happened to the other team that I watched this morning too, and it had to do with something about just like kind of expecting it to be a very precise time, and it actually, just in the milliseconds that it takes for it to kind of get stored in the server, it changes the status of it to the next category and stuff. So that might be something to look into. But yeah, just really nice job. Yeah, this has been, I kind of had hoped to be more involved with your team. I was obviously very busy the last few weeks, and it's good to see that you all made all this progress and kind of got the app built, and and that you've kind of learned the things that we were hoping you would learn through the course of it. I'm gonna drop and let you do your retro, so we kind of speak freely about that. If we haven't connected already on LinkedIn, let's please connect. And I can, I'm happy to help in any way. I have a pretty big network on LinkedIn, and if you're looking for jobs, the whole point of Collab Lab is to help you all kind of get those first jobs. So if I can be of any help in that process, let me know. And is everybody here doing Career Lab? Is that something people are taking advantage of or planning to?
I'm not, just because I'm traveling really soon, but
Mm-hmm.
I was kind of hoping I could do it, but unfortunately it's not working out.
Okay, all right. Shah, are you planning to?
Yeah, I'll be joining it.
Okay, that's great. And Tuba, I saw you unmute there for a second.
No, I do have to travel and I have my flight tonight at 2 a.m. But you told me that I can attend the career lab in next cohort as well, so I'll try that.
Yeah, you could for sure. And some of the sessions, you might be able to do this one even because some of the sessions a lot of them are asynchronous. You can kind of do them on your own time. The things that are synchronous are the second week, so not this coming week, but the week after, where you're doing mock interviews and that kind of thing. So, but if it doesn't work out, yeah, you can always come back and do it at a future cohort. So that works too. But yeah, great job, everybody. Thank you to the mentors. Kind of also rolling with the fact that we didn't have any returning mentors to kind of be part of the team, so you all were kind of left to figure some things out on your own. So really nice work and kind of making sure that it all kept progressing. So good work. Let me know how I can be of assistance, and otherwise, yeah, take care. Have a great rest of your days.
Thank you.
All right, take care. Safe travels too.
Thank you.
All right, bye.
Bye-bye.
So for the career lab, looks like Shah and Shagun are going to be doing that this time. So keep in touch to keep each other posted about the whole thing. I really have less updates pertaining to it, but since the two of you are doing it, maybe you can keep in touch. And since Krati hasn't joined yet, I guess we'll have to continue with the retro. So I will share the link to the board again. in the chat, and you can join in. Okay, here we are. And let me quickly go over what we had last week. So, how we could do things differently, coordinating with the other team, as well. Well, that thing did not happen this time because all of us were working together. Be more active on Slack. I hope we are less guilty this time. Pair better, be more active on GitHub discussions. I don't think we use GitHub discussions a lot this time. Try to communicate early in the week as we will need to do more planning for the upcoming issue. I think it has been just one issue for the past 2 weeks. Is that right? Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Propose improvement to the app in terms of UI, functionality, and more. That has definitely happened. We can already see that. Um, Team coordination, Slack activation inside discussions. I suppose that was part of the work. Have some more discussions on what all interesting features we could have added to the application. Well, yeah, maybe we can have that. This week, I decided not to join the pair hours. Pair hours was it? Office hours. Because Raj and Krati have this habit of leaving me alone and you know going away and doing their own things. So I decided this week I'll let them handle it. Okay. Since only styling and refactoring is left, we should communicate more on the UI, have more frequent communication, especially since our next issue is all about working together. Correct. Raj plans on having one-on-one with all the team members. I suppose that's happening after the cohort at this point. Working with the UI part and dealing with edge cases. We just had an edge case, I guess. And I'm glad Andrew was here to point out the reason. Maybe that might help with the debugging. Otherwise, we might think it's something we made wrong in our code. Address individual issues, achieving better communication between mentors, have more sessions individually with the members to take their personal feedback of their experience till now by anonymous, and finally deal with UI. Looks like we got that done, Laura. Okay, so let's spend some time to fill in the retro board for this week, and we'll all get a chance to describe our experience. This is probably our last retro, isn't it?
Yeah. This is the last meeting, I think.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, it isn't. I noticed there's one more next week.
Oh,
Yeah.
huh.
Yeah. I mean, why not? So,
Sure.
yeah. No worries. And meanwhile, I'll also fill the board, and I'll also try to reach out to Kriti to see if she's able to join or at least fill the board. And yeah, let's go ahead with our final retro. Tuba's message in the chat made me smile. So she says, my browser behaving strangely, staring in a few seconds. Yeah, that's kind of what we do when we don't understand the error. We just stare. We still haven't merged the PR yet, right?
So like for this week, the mentee were supposed to merge the PR as per the last
Exactly.
discussion.
Exactly. And they're supposed to do it live so that this moment gets recorded. Let me go ahead and approve the PR. Raj, you also.
I have approved like 4
Okay,
PRs
okay.
yesterday.
Okay, perfect. So once the retro is done, one of us should share their screen and merge the PR. Isn't there another draft PR I saw? Let me quickly check. Okay. Discuss alternative implementation for switch list. Okay. What were the two things we talked about? The switch list page and the kind of soon thing. But anyway, that looks like a Firebase thing. So I'll just I'll probably create an issue on that at the end of the call, and we can look into it. Okay, looks like we are done with filling the retro board. Okay, one by one we can go with the we can go with uh, our entries. Let's start with Shagun. Shagun?
Okay, so this week, I guess we all were coordinating, all four of us. So, like all team members' coordination and cooperation with time really helped us in distributing the issues and dividing the tasks. Uh, and this week for me, it really went smooth. And yeah, I guess nothing held us back this week for my side. And we can have more, I guess, insightful discussion during the office hours where mentors can share their personal experiences of getting into a professional career, and yeah, they can share their things. And I guess it's all. We can just finalize our things, wrapping up the app, and yeah, we are good to go next.
Thank you, Shagun. Oh God, is my mic on? Yeah. Thank you, Shagun. Tuba can go next.
Shagun, can you please stop sharing? If
Oh,
Shagun is, oh,
no,
sorry.
no, that was me. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so I think this time we were more active, and I want to say special thank you to Laura and Shazib because I had a really busy week, and if these two didn't take enough responsibility, our app wouldn't look anything like it is right now. And yeah, as I mentioned before, I had a really busy schedule. And to do things differently, anything I can't think of anything other than being more active, I guess. And only refactoring is left for the UI or a few bugs that you guys mentioned. So that's it.
Okay, thank you, Tuba. I'm just following the order that people have in my list here. So Raj, you can go next.
Yeah, sure. I see my screen.
Yes.
Yeah, so uh, we did fantastic collaboration since the beginning of the Collab Lab, and it was more fantastic during the last week. And what held us back, so I had like pretty much very cluttered calendar for this week. And yeah, that's what I think held back a couple of things. For example, not planning early for the office hours. Again, here what we could do differently is like plan early. Maybe we could plan about office hour or weekly sync in the beginning of the week for the upcoming week or for the next week. And then what we can do next, well, yeah, have one-on-one with each other, polish the final app as per standard. Maybe we could collaborate and do the final push to replace all of the JS with TS, JavaScript with TypeScript, and couple of other improvements that are required for getting noticed by the recruiters, or maybe just following the convention of the industry. It depends on our situation and our constraint. Yeah.
Thank you, Raj. Um, According to my list, Laura, you can go next.
Okay. So I think I'm saying pretty much the same stuff as everyone else, but the coordination communication was really good this week. When you have everybody working on different PRs, it's really easy to have a bunch of conflicts and things aren't working out well. You're overwriting other people's changes, but we really did a very good job of making sure that what everybody was working on was not being affected by what everyone else was working on. And as far as what held us back, I personally think nothing. I think that we did really fantastic this week. What could we do differently? It would be, as other people have said, coordinate a little better for the live calls, make sure that we're planning a little bit more in advance. It is hard for people to join on really short notice. So, and then finally, what do we need to do next? Fix the last few remaining issues and celebrate. And that's it.
Nice. Thank you, Laura. There's one question I forgot to ask. Did you all have any conflicts that you had to resolve for these interrelated PRs within these branches?
Surprisingly, I don't think, except for in the first week, I think Shaw dealt with the merge conflicts from the first week. But this week, I don't think we had any.
That's nice. That's really nice because 4 people working together and no much conflicts. That shows really
Yeah.
good coordination. Wow, impressive. Okay, Shah, you can go next.
Okay, one moment. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, so what helped us move forward? So, like all of us have discussed, coordination and ownership of tasks. So everyone did their part and made sure that things got done as we committed. So what held us back? We were all kind of busy with out of TCL stuff. So there were slight delays, which didn't really affect the development, but more so the communication. And I missed a sync last week. So that's something personally that held me back. And then how could we do things differently? So yeah, I planned the week early for office hours and the learning modules because there was a lot of uncertainty this week. We never knew when the office hours were happening until the day it was happening. So that's something we can improve. And what should we do next? There's not much. We wrap up the final PRs and get done instead of adding new features which we can keep for later versions of the app if we really want to. And yeah, like Laura mentioned, celebrate.
Thank you, Shah. I'll go ahead and I think everyone is done, right? Yeah, I'll go ahead and present my screen. So according to me, uh, this week four people worked together, and last week you all had to split out, but this week you worked together. And despite being four people working at the same time, you managed to coordinate. And despite different time zones, you all did a great work, which we can see here. So that's impressive. And what else? Nothing managed to hold us back because I'm pretty sure there must have been lots of factors that could have affected our productivity this week, but that did not happen. And all the credit goes to the team of the four people that we have here. We could still have had the office hours a little earlier in the week, though. How we can do things differently is plan out office hours better. So this is totally on us mentors. Maybe the idea of flexibility is not that good. So maybe we can have two permanent slots for office hours, and that might both might be optional. So that would be a good way to manage things instead of having to schedule and reschedule. Oops, I misspelled my name there. And the only thing left to be done is to finalize the app by polishing it, as all of you said. Potentially, you can rebrand it and add a team page mentioning the four of you who work together, and maybe you can even deploy it publicly, unless it's already done. Yeah, maybe we can deploy it publicly on some other platform with a good URL, I would say. Yeah, that's pretty much it for our individual retros. Let's sum it up. So uh, we all agreed on the idea that the coordination and the interoperation that we had this week really helped us move forward well. We weren't held back too much, except, yeah, a little busy schedule as we can see. Um, yeah, obviously we can plan out office hours better and yeah, earlier. And finally, we can we have to finish up the app. Yeah. So some comment I would like to leave for the schedule thing because it has come up a lot in the past couple of retros as well, all retros, I believe. Because when you work professionally, this is just something I have experienced. You always, in most of the situations, you always live with this uncertainty of schedule, and it's only when you get used to it that you are able to manage it well. If you are constantly under the impression that, oh, someday it's going to get better eventually, that we'll all be able to sync up better, that does not happen even for full-time jobs. And eventually people get used to compromising the least they can, and that's not an excuse for the mentors not planning the office hours correctly. But either way, I believe you all did an amazing job, and there's no reason to think that you could have done better with the scheduling, considering the fact that different places, different time zones, working remotely, and still you all managed to do it. So that's a really, really great thing. One thing that I want to make sure we all do is, so there are different preferences. Some people like Google Calendar, some people have iPhones, they use Apple Calendar and whatnot. So you can use a calendar application to manage your things better. One one unique tip that I would like to share is calendars are like a standard. So like e-calendars, that format iCal is some kind of standard, and you can import them through different applications. So what I have done is, on my Windows machine as well as my Mac, I have signed up to my Google account within the operating system and turned on the calendar. And how it helps me is that the native calendar application still shows me all the things that I have, and that helps manage things better. So if uh, if not, I would encourage all of you to get used to using a digital calendar application to manage things for yourself, because it's one of the best things you can do with technology at this point in life. And yeah, that's all that I have to say. Do we have any comments from other people here?
No, I think you covered all of it.
Okay, well, yeah, looks like we are done with the retro for this week. Trati has not joined yet. So what's left to be done? We have to merge the PR, right?
The
So
mentees have to merge the PR, the
exactly,
collab
yeah. So who is going to volunteer? It can be anyone, come on. Who volunteers the least? Let's choose them for this.
Let's go ahead and choose Shagun.
Exactly, yeah. Shagun, go ahead, share your screen.
Also, I think Shagun hasn't turned on her camera during the whole TCL-60.
Tuba as well. I mean, they both are equally guilty of that. Yeah.
Maybe we could have like a picture for the final meeting.
Yeah, we should, so that we can share it on the social media, right?
I wanted to just start my video today, but my mom just gave me a jumpy this morning, so
Okay, no worries. Yeah, that's understandable. We all have good hair day and we have bad hair day, and I can totally understand because I kind of have the hair.
Actually, I haven't
Sorry,
done
did you say something, Shagun? Your voice was a little unclear. Try saying it again.
Uh, am I audible?
Yes.
I'm saying that I'm doing this for the first time. So
Okay, no worries.
Not a problem.
Alexa, turn the light red. Yeah, the moment of truth.
Suspense music.
Judgment Day. Maybe Terminator is coming for you, Param.
Come on.
We have one pending reviewer for you.
Do we? Also, Shagun, I think your screen unshared itself. Can you share it again?
Okay. Thank you for having-
All right.
For this branch implement, we have one pending reviewer.
Okay. Well, this was
That one is not ready yet.
okay. Okay.
Yeah, that one
So,
needs more work, so.
so maybe I think we missed the. Yeah, I think we missed
Oh,
it.
did it already get merged?
Yeah. He
Yeah.
merged it
Okay.
before.
So approximately around the moment these lights turned red, Alexa, turn the lights back to white.
Okay.
Yeah, so somewhere around that time we had the final PR merged. This is not the final PR, I believe we'll have others, but this concludes the final issue, that final one of the existing issues, and that should mean that the issue should be closed, right? But it hasn't been closed. Okay, we can still do that, I guess. Shagun,
I
can
don't
you?
think we had a specific PR that was related to that issue.
Yes, yes. But however, we are supposed to close it, right? Shagun, can you share your screen again? Maybe we haven't really missed it. Yeah, go to the issues and go to that issue and close it. Yeah. Woohoo! This is the moment for celebration, everyone. Good job. You all worked for how many weeks? Has it been 8 weeks, right? Yeah, a total of 8 weeks. That would mean around 2 months. And you all built an amazing project. And we faced lots of challenges. Uh, we did everything together. That's the best part of it, and it's all about the four of you. And we four are the three of us, me, Raj, and Krati. We are just catalysts. So most of the credit goes to you because you all did it on your own. And I think Raj also has some compliments to give. Raj.
Ah, these surprises from Param. Yeah, like from the very beginning, the mentors don't have to, intervene from time to time. The mentees were doing everything on their own, from forking the report to setting up the local repository. They were doing it like in advance for all of the week. So big shout out for that. And so one of the things that I think it can help the mentees, like they could have shared every week on Twitter that okay, we are working on this particular project on this particular with Andrew Hedges. TCL, use the brand name everywhere. you know
Yeah.
you when you are looking to get your junior role or very first role, use the brand name with TCLs and Andrew Hedges. Okay, I am working with X engineering manager at Apple and X engineering lead at Apple. Yeah. Yeah, apart from that, the mentees are awesome. Yeah. And yeah, would love to work again.
Yeah, very much. I think I'm going to miss this. And what Raj mentioned, that reminds me of the hashtag build in public thing. So not just for fellowships and training programs, but also for personal projects. You can, or open source projects that you're working on, you can build in public. You can, put it out there on social media, because having that networking power, having that reach actually helps. And I'm saying this as a person who also makes music. It really helps if you're active on social media. And what better way to be active than to use it as a way to journal your work, right?
Yes. Yes.
All right, I'll stop recording now. Yeah, sorry, Raj, go
Like
ahead.
yeah, yesterday like I was in a meetup and it was full of remote workers from India, and you would not believe many of them were just front end developers. Some of them were junior backend developer, and they were making like $80,000 to $120,000 from India, just because they have like little bit of social media and good presence and little bit of networking here and there. So that's why I vouch, because when you don't have network, you are building lot of stuff, you are writing lot of stuff, you are learning a lot of stuff, but if you don't share it, nobody is going to know that okay, you know these things. And it will be very hard to just get a thing which could have been a lot easier for all of us.
Yeah, it's time to exploit our way into the industry, because it's harsh, it's competitive. We can't just sit around and wait for it to be fair to us. So yeah.
Well, considering the we are not living in an ideal world, we are not living in a simulation where we can simulate with our own parameters. We are living in a real world where we need to adjust with with the trends and with the market if we are looking to get something out of the market. If something is like looking to get revolutionary and bring his own unique thing to the market, then maybe he can be a rebel or she can be a rebel. But yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'll stop recording then.